Hi, my name is James T. Lane, and I play Richie in a chorus line. I started dancing when I was 6 years old. I went to an elementary school for the performing arts in Philadelphia. And I just lucked up, first day of kindergarten, dancing to Michael Jackson's Thriller. You know, was like off to the races right from the start. And my first day of dance class, I peed all over the floor because I was so scared. I couldn't believe it, but I don't know, I really liked it, I guess. I loved Michael Jackson, and I loved costumes, and all, you know, back then, like the early 80s, it was the thing, the cardboard on the sidewalk, break dancing, and all the new dances that came out with all the like groups that came out, so you had to learn the new dances. So it was just, that was there, and then, you know, then came the plays and stuff. My first musical theater production was The Phantom of the Opera. Yeah, my godparents had taken me at the Forest Theater in Philadelphia, and I was just amazed. I didn't know really what was going on, but I knew I wanted to be a part of it. You know, they sounded great. The costumes were out of this world. You know, I love the storytelling with the singing, acting, and the dancing, and I just had never seen it on that level before. And I think that was like the first bug in terms of like musical theater, you know, and I was like, well, how do I do this? What my elementary school did was we would take plays like The Wiz or Cinderella, and then we rearranged them so that, you know, 50 people could be in them instead of 12. But they were really creative in the way they did it. My mother was really supportive. I mean, she actually worked at my elementary school. She knew that I liked to do it, and you know, I grew up in the projects, so it was a real. I didn't have to hang around the projects. It was a great after-school activity. You know, it kept me focused. You know how basketball is for a lot of people in the inner city, like their way to get out. Like talent, you know, being in dance and music and the arts was kind of my way out, my ticket out. But like every other Saturday, I would go into New York City. I would catch the like 7 o'clock a.m. bus in the morning from Philadelphia, get there by 9 o'clock, waiting in line at TKTS. But I was like the first one there. Nobody was there that early. And I would get my little, you know, 35, 50% half off ticket. And then at whatever show was playing, it didn't really matter what show. And then I would wait around, and then I would take class over at Broadway Dance Center. And then go see the matinee and then head out. I remember first going to Broadway, going to New York, and I looked down at the street and I was like, it's so dirty, you know? Like, it's so like, this is Broadway, you know? I expected the streets are gonna be lighting up and people dancing or something, I don't know. I just expected that, but it wasn't that. But what I did see was people really connected to what they're doing. People at the top of their game, you know, the precision of the dancers, the pitch of the people singing, and the storyline was like pop, 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 pop. And once you've had a taste of that, you don't want anything else. You know, I think I actually did my first production of a chorus line in my freshman year of high school, out at a dinner theater. I was like, wow, you know, what is this thing? I had saw the movie. She said, I thought we were going to be doing the movie, but it was total surprise. Totally different. I was like, where's surprise? I was going to school at Penn State, and I saw in backstage that there was a call for the European Tour of Fame. And I was like, okay, I love Fame, you know, that was another character, you know, Leroy. Everybody wanted to be Leroy. If you were African-American and dancing, you knew Leroy and you knew Richie, you know. And I was like, well, I'm gonna go to audition. And it was for the European Tour. I was still in school, and I told my friends, if I don't come back Monday morning, you know, I got the job, right? And I didn't come back Monday morning. And then they asked me to stay for a callback on Tuesday, and then by the end of that week, they told me I had the job. So I went to Europe for about 5 or 6 months. You know, I had moved to New York City when I was probably like right before September 11th, 2001. And I had moved there with a substance addiction. I had moved there with a drug problem. And moving to New York City with a drug problem is not the way to go if you want to be successful. You know, I mean, it started out with the party drugs. It started out in the clubs, and then it slowly progressed. You know, and then when I moved to New York City, it was really out of control. So what had happened to me was that I was still booking jobs. I booked that Cinderella job, and I booked the Lion King job. And by the time we had gotten to the Lion King, I was so far gone that they let me go. I was fired. And basically my name was mud in New York City. You know, get fired from the Lion King, you know, and so I continued to still use. My mother came and got me, you know, and she put up with all my stuff, you know, and I went through a lot. And my partner that I have, you know, we moved in together the first day that I got cleaned, and it hasn't been without its trials and tribulations, but it's a wonderful thing to have somebody, you know, who you know is on your side, and who you are now accountable today for somebody else too, and you know you're responsible, and you can care and love somebody else too. I got clean November 16th of 2004, and from that day, it's gotten better and better every day. Being here today, talking about a chorus line, you know, like I do believe in dreams come true. I mean, I'm an example, you know, and it's amazing.
Give me the ball, give me the ball, give me the ball, yeah. Give me the ball, give me the ball, give me the ball, yeah. I was always running around shouting. Give me the ball, give me the ball, give me the ball, yeah. I was so enthusiastic. I was in everything. The yearbook was filled with my pictures, and I was lucky 'cause I got a scholarship to college.
When I do Give Me the Ball, and that whole cast is right there and everybody's doing the movement, I feel like I'm so lifted up and supported by this entire cast. I mean, it's a great number, and the whole cast is dancing and singing behind you. It's really, really empowering, you know, and I feel safe and secure. When I'll be warming up backstage, I can't warm up alone. I can't. And somebody always taking my part. Like somebody's always singing it. Because you know, give me the ball, give me the ball. Everybody chimes in. Everybody. Well, when they told me that the 3-story billboard would be over Times Square, August 15th, the first person I thought of was my mother. You know, because she always said to me, she said, you know, I want to see your name in lights, you know. And everybody tells her that, and now it's gonna be my face. You know, 17 faces on the line. And it's amazing because I kind of feel like that she can finally feel that she did a good job, you know? Because, you know, when you go through all of that stuff, you know, you feel like a major letdown, like you really let her down, you know? And it's amazing to have all of this happen for me and to see her reaction to it, you know, because I see the smile from the inside now. You know, there's no worry in her eyes anymore. It's amazing.